What's up? What's up? Sorry, I had to wait for the last show person to log off. It took a little longer than expected. Hey, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. You are listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and it is now time for Dear Jelly. Hope you guys enjoyed that DJ Nick's show, and he ended a little differently today. I know it was I loved it with the whole "You Are My Sunshine." I was here for it, and on any day, you all are our sunshine. We appreciate you. We wouldn't want to do this without you. Couldn't do this without you. We are talking today about communication. Like, do you have rules in terms of how long when dating, how long do you wait before somebody texts you or calls you? How long do you wait? How long before you decide to go talk to somebody else? Do you have to talk to them every day? Does it make a difference if it's long distance opposed to in person? Local. What are your rules? What are your thoughts? That's what we're talking about today, because some people have some pretty strict guidelines on how long they're willing to wait before someone communicates with them via text message. How long are they willing to wait before they see them and things of that nature? And I just didn't realize how long some people go before they reach out. So anyway, that's what we're talking about today. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for tuning in. Shout out to everybody that's online. And let's get into it. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What's up, VL? Thank you for joining me. Thank you. How's it going? How are you? I had a nap today. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about a nap. I know that might seem kind of weird. Yes, I'm excited about a nap. It's been a long week. You doing great? Did you go anywhere fun? Do anything fun? Do anything cool? Any fun field trips? I am not comfortable. Oh. I thought I had earrings on. Oh, Lord. Looks like I have lost an earring. That is not good. Oh, these are some faves of mine. Hopefully it's just in the car. Any fun field trips? Did anybody do anything really fun for the weekend? I went to have lunch at a new place today with a friend, newer friend, and I had a mimosa flight. So that was fun and different. It was nice. Just did a plumbing repair this weekend. That does not sound fun. Plumbing, you are working. On a toilet, on a sink, Nora, hi. Okay. So I have been on this flight kick, like ever since I found out about flights. Are y'all familiar with flights? It's basically when you get a sample of certain things. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm having a bad. I took a nap and didn't put my hair up. Are y'all familiar with that? So you get samples of different things. They have coffee flights And it's basically called a flight, I think, because like if you were on a flight, you're on small portions and you can't have like a lot of it. So they have like mimosa flights, pancake flights, coffee flights, margarita flights. So that's what I had. 4 different kinds. And it's supposed to be like a small little thing. So when you put it all up, it's almost like 1 glass or a glass and a half. But he kind of filled my glasses up. So that was different. It was cool. It was fun. It was tasty. So yeah, I had a nap after. Oh, this song is over. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned into Dear Jelly. Hey, 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 this is Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? How's it going? So, hope you're having a great weekend. I was just sharing with the people offline that I went and had lunch at a new place today. I had fish and chips, and I also had something called a flight, and it was a mimosa flight, and it was pretty good. And so, great service, great people. I definitely would encourage you to check out the things that are in your town. That's something I kind of got from one of our regular listeners. You probably hear me saying his comments a lot. VL, he checks out things around his town in New York. I mean, not New York, Chicago. And yeah, decided to try out something new in our city with a friend today, following his lead. And it was great. It was great. So wherever you are, check out things in your town and enjoy. You deserve a break. And who knows, you might have such great service that you have to take a nap. You might have to take a nap afterwards, which is what I did. Had to take a nap. I had a mimosa flight and it was really good. Anyway, so today we're talking about texting, calling. Let me open my DMs. And we're talking about how long you're waiting to text or call, how long you're waiting for someone to call you, waiting for someone to text you. The person that has basically written in is talking about how they waited. They were waiting to talk to somebody. It was a long distance relationship, and the person went quiet for 2 weeks, saying they were having some personal issues. So they came back on after 2 weeks to talk to them. But by that time, they were already entertaining someone else, and the person felt some type of way. So let's talk about it. How long should you wait if you're talking to somebody, dating somebody? How long should you go without talking or texting? How long should you wait? Let's talk about it. Listen, Dear Jelly on the X. Somebody called the station. Probably because I said mimosas on the air. I don't know. I didn't say the name of a business. Hello? Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even track it back. It was The Fields by Melvito. Melvito. Melvitto. No, I have a song playing. You're fine.
The screening process. I'm a taste, touch, smell, feel, hear guy. And I tell my friends, you know what? If I'm talking to you and my phone rings, I'm not going to disrespect you by answering that phone in your face. Unless, you know, I really, my nature, I don't even look at that phone. I want you to feel, if I'm talking to you, you're the only one.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know where it's going. I'm just talking. It's a weird age for me. I don't trust social media. I think social media and Trump is what screwed our country up. Because everybody can post their little petty opinion. They got a spell checker. They don't even have to know how to spell. Spell check. The machine does all the work for them. I know how to spell.
Yes, sir.
I can write notes. You know. How old are you, Jelly?
I'm in my 40s.
You're in your 40s, so you've done a little time. Anyways, have a good night. I dig your show, and that was Bell Vito.
Yes,
Mel Vito.
Mel Vito. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you.
You have a great night.
You
Peace
too.
and love and all that, baby. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye. Sorry, y'all. I had to switch to another song. That man said he was 60-something, and he listens every week. He said he listens every week, and he's 60-something. And I've been helping him with his relationship because he's dating, and it's a new thing for him. And so that's a blessing. Like, you never know who's listening, right? He said, and this has just been hard, but he's been listening. So, to what's being said during the show. So y'all, like, when we're sharing and you're sharing your thoughts, you never know who you're helping. This man was like, Jelly, I'm 60-something years old and out here dating for the first time. And this show has helped me with all my dating situations. He is not enjoying dating right now. I guess he's in the part that's like it's dating, the dating pool. To be in the 60s in a dating pool. I mean, he just shared it's difficult. And so y'all have helped. We're helping people. So yes, if you have any thoughts, any ideas, any whatever, share them. You never know who you're listening, who's listening, I appreciate that. That was cool. I mean, I had to switch to another song real quick, but that was cool. That was cool. But what if they're going through something, Nora? Because I'm gonna tell on myself in a minute. Because I do this. I don't mean to go ghost, but I get kind of indulged in things and I don't communicate for a period of time. They'll tell you, I don't tell. I just kind of come back around and hope you're still interested. Maybe that's why I'm still single. I'm still single. Selena, how you doing? Jenna, how you doing? How has not communicating impacted you? I mean, some people are cool with it, some people are not. I'm still single. But she's ready to mingle. But they're not your partner yet. You're just talking. So they're not your partner yet. I'm not going to trust you and we're just talking. Hilarious. Hold on. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM. So tracking back, first we had Mel Vito with The Feels, followed by Kitty and Say Cheese. Love that song. And then Gayaki with Something. And so before I get into this conversation, I do want to share with you about This Is Pop. Your friendly neighborhood pop geezer is committed to the glory of pop music through the focus. Though the focus may be on the radio sounds of the 60s and 70s, all pop music is fair game. Rock, country, jazz, R&B, and more will be heard, as any genre can be pop. Just because it's popular doesn't mean it isn't great. Get ready to travel through time, dimension, space, to experience the glory of the popular. This is Pop. Saturdays at noon Central on WXNA LP 101.5 FM and on the archives anytime at WXNAFM.com. I also want to share with you about Renewal House. Pregnant women living with a substance use disorder are at high risk of experiencing health communication complications without proper prenatal and postpartum support. Renewal House can help you focus on overcoming your substance use disorder by providing specialized treatment tailored to meet your needs. A healthier life for you and your baby is a possibility with Renewal House. 615-255-5222, extension 114. All right, so shout out to everybody that is tuning in. I appreciate all the different calls and messages and DMs. And this is a real thing that we're talking about today. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about a young man who basically says, and y'all know, I don't know how old these people are. I call everybody young man or young woman when you write in. Friendly FYI. So, young man is written in. There's a woman that he's interested in. They're just dating. They're not in a relationship. They're getting to know each other. They're in a talking phase. And she went ghost for 2 weeks. She said she had some personal stuff she had to deal with. No call or text for 2 weeks. During that time, he started entertaining someone else, and the woman was offended because she was going through something personal and didn't understand why he would talk to somebody else. So let's be clear. That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks, no texting, no calling. It's no texting, no calling, no communication for 2 weeks, and y'all not in a relationship. Now, VL says it depends if we are in a committed relationship. You're not in a committed relationship. You are in a talking, getting to know you, moving towards relationship phase. But now my question is, what if you are in a relationship? If you're in a relationship, do you not mind? Like, what are we thinking? Selena says 2 days if they're interested. There's no family emergency and have 2 days if they're interested. There's no family emergency and have service. You should be in touch. Y'all, I have done this though. Like, if you have an emergency, that person might not be who you want to talk to or who you think to talk to if you're going through something. I'm just saying, we're just having a conversation, and I don't know. But if y'all are saying 2 days, so in 2 days, you have 2 days. So if they can't be quiet or without communication for 2 days, then how much do you give someone who you are in a relationship with? So 2 days though? Maybe that's why I'm still single, real talk. Because I know that when I get engrossed in something, like I just started in a new position at my job, and I know personally that when I'm starting something new and I'm trying to get used to it, I kind of go. I go under, and then I come back up, and I let people know what's going on. I guess I need to work on that. Nora says, when someone is interested, you can't stop them from contacting you. True. Nora says they'll tell you. Then she wanted to know, how has not communicating impacted me? And my answer to that is, some people are cool with it, some people are not. Maybe that's why I'm still single. I don't know. Nora says you have to trust your partner with the heavy stuff. Hey, Selena. She's so sweet. Nora says, when I'm getting to know a man, I prefer calling and FaceTiming. Calling and FaceTiming is cool. Texting can be easier, but the only thing about texting is you can misconstrue the message. So I definitely see why you would prefer calling or FaceTiming. But what if you're not? What if you're really busy? You're not able to call and FaceTime as much. But I do agree that it is important. And also, there was a gentleman, that I talked to earlier that was saying, hey, he's not really into the whole texting or FaceTiming. Just a general phone call would work. Nora says she should have communicated that she was dealing with something personal. What if something drastic happened and you just need time, like you just need to deal? Jenna says, if there's no commitment, then he was within his rights. Yes, he was within his rights to entertain someone else. And in all honesty, I don't know that he needed to tell her. That probably didn't sound very nice, but Unless, now I don't, y'all know, do not ask me for more details. So I don't have more details. But apparently he did share with her that during those 2 weeks that she was quiet, he started entertaining somebody else and she was upset with that. Y'all not committed in a committed relationship, a committed understanding. I mean, and let's be clear. If you are not in a committed relationship, even if you are talking to that person every day, I don't know that you shouldn't be able to talk to somebody else. I'm just saying, you're not in a committed relationship. Nora says, if the shoe were on the other foot, how would she feel? If he just ghosted for 2 weeks and didn't say anything, you don't have to tell all the details, but asking for time is needed. Okay, I can respect that. Jenna said, oh, she's sharing a typo. VL says, if we are not committed, I would choose to understand. If we are in a committed relationship, I will understand, but we'll see if this is a pattern behavior. Oh. So you're going to see if she continues to do this to where you don't hear from her or she ghosts. And then I'm guessing if this continues, you're out. Right? That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm seeing. Thanks for the love, Nora. I just saw it online. Jenna says he didn't need to tell her. I don't think he did. VL says we can overuse the ghosting label. I agree. I know I use it a lot. And I don't know. Is there another term for it? Ghosting is you don't come back. So do we call it zombieing? Is it a zombie because they come back from the dead? Nora says, do we call it? Nora says, how can you get to committed status if you can't communicate effectively in the talking stage? Y'all so deep. Yet so true. It's true. Okay, so if you are in a relationship, how long? If you're in a relationship, how long are you gonna let the person not talk to you or text you? Or let's say they said, hey, I'm going through something and I need time. How much time is enough time in your book for them to come back around and talk to you? How much time? How much time is too much time before you're like, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, I haven't heard from you. How much time? What if they're just randomly texting you? Do you still okay with that communication, or do you need like full conversation? Like, I heard someone once say that if we're in a relationship and they don't hear from you and at least if a day goes by or half a day goes by, that's a problem. Is what I heard him say. What is it for y'all? Is that a needy person? Because I'm cool with a text message, but some people have to have a conversation. If they don't have a conversation with you every day, there's a problem. So let me know. What do y'all think? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? If we're in a committed relationship, it sounds like y'all are like 2 days is how long. VL says, since we are not have not communicated, I have other options. But how long do you let that go on without communication? Wow. And let's be clear, in the talking stage, yes, I understand how this young lady might have been upset that the gentleman, after 2 weeks not hearing from her, went to talk to somebody else, but y'all are not committed. He actually had a right to talk to somebody else the whole time he was talking to you, whether you were communicating or not. And that's just my thoughts. We're just having a conversation. VL says committed. So if you are committed, if you have decided we're going to be in a committed relationship, how long do you allow the silence to go on before you personally are like, no, this ain't it? Let me know. I mean, what's going on with your body and your soul? Here's Body and Soul by Joe Boy. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. But before I do share you with that, I do want to let you know that George Clinton said it best. Free your mind, free your mind, and your ass will follow. Here at WXNA, we're dedicated to setting your mind and your booty free. If you love our all-volunteer, community-supported radio station, free your mind by becoming a member or making a one-time donation. Go to WXNAFM.org. Free your mind, free your soul, body and soul by Joe Boy. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. What you say, Jenna? She had no right to be upset. It's like, girl, you've been missing for 2 weeks. I'm guessing her feelings were hurt. But that's how it be. Man, I'm sad I lost this earring. Where is my earring, y'all? I hope it's in the car or at home. I love these earrings. I lost the earring. Hey, Tia. But even, okay, like, let's talk. Even if she wasn't missing, if they are not in a committed relationship, we don't have the understanding that it's just me and you, we are not in a committed relationship, he or she has the right to entertain someone else until there is something definite somewhere. That's just what makes sense to me. If you are not in a committed relationship. So even if she didn't go ghost them 2 weeks, he still had the right to entertain other women while, figuring things out. As did she. So I agree. She shouldn't have been mad about them 2 weeks. Hey, Kiara. She shouldn't have been mad about them 2 weeks. And he was entertaining somebody else. He says that she thought it was, hold on, let me go my DM. She said that she thought it was insensitive that he was talking to somebody after 2 weeks. I think sometimes we get talking confused with we together. You might like him, but until you have that conversation, you might like her, but until you have that conversation and y'all are committed, you're not together. You know what I mean? We not together. I'm just saying. I think that's what they got mixed up. Her silence has nothing to do with me, so I will not make it personal. Ooh, that's kind of nice, VL. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM. Tracking back, that was Joe Boy with Body and Soul. If you're just tuning in, hey, this is Jelly with Dear Jelly. I'm so excited that you're here and having a conversation with some pretty great people on TGI Jelly Live on Facebook and YouTube. And we're discussing a message from a gentleman who says that he was talking to a young lady. I'm just saying young lady. He just said he was talking to a girl, but I be trying to clean it up. So he was talking to a young lady and they were talking. They were not in a committed relationship, but she went ghost for 2 weeks. And she said she was going through something personal. During that time, he started entertaining somebody else. He let her know that he was entertaining somebody else, and she was upset. She said she was going through something personal and that she thought it was inconsiderate of him to entertain somebody else for those 2 weeks, and she was only gone for 2 weeks. How long is too long, y'all? To not get a phone call, to not get a text message, an email, a smoke signal, or something. You've been silent for 2 weeks. But they were not in a committed relationship. They were talking, getting to know each other. So my thoughts, and I know that there are several people who would just be like, no, sis, no. But in all honesty, I don't even think he had to tell her that he was entertaining somebody else. And unless they were in a committed relationship, which he has said they are not, right? Yeah, they are not in a committed relationship. He did not have to be exclusive. We're not in a relationship. We're not together. We're interested in being together, but we're not together. So you single. It's like the people who are in relationships and they're like, You're single. Like people in relationships and you're dating, you're not married, and they be like, I'm not single. Boo, you are single. You might, both your names might be on the birth certificate, but you're single. Both your names might be on the rent, but you're single. On the account, but you're single. Until something legal has been, done, you're single. And until we've had the conversation that we're in a committed relationship, you're available. I'm just saying. And I mean, we're just having a conversation. You're free to disagree. I just don't think that she should. I mean, I can understand her being upset because maybe it was a realization that maybe he's not as smitten as you thought he was, is where I think that whole being upset about that is. He's not as smitten as you thought he was. It's what I think that was about. But I digress. Jenna says she had no right to be upset. It's like, girl, you've been missing for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, but of course her feelings were hurt because he's talking to somebody else. I think just the realization. Let me be honest. I'm always telling y'all a little bit of my business. I don't know why. But I remember when I was talking to a gentleman, just getting to know him, and I found out that he was entertaining like 4 other women, and I was mad. I was mad that he was entertaining these other women. And my mom, because I called my mom, I'm like, look at this. Can you believe this? I was just with him today and he's entertaining all these people. I mean, it wasn't like anything deep. It was just the whole, like, we're having conversations. We're going out to dinner. Nothing like intimate or anything like that. Not that makes a difference, but I'm just saying I was mad that I was mad because he was the only person I was entertaining. And like, oh goodness, he's talking to me and he's talking to all these other people. And my mother was like, y'all not in a relationship, so why wouldn't he talk to somebody else? And that's when it was like a moment when I was like, oh, you're right. But my feelings are hurt, but you're right. And she was right. We were not in a committed relationship. He's free to talk to whomever. Nora says, if you like me, you should have the desire to communicate with me. Personal issues or not. If it's a task or you're too busy, you can't like me that much. Oh, a simple call, even sending voice message via text, something. Okay. Because sometimes people are busy. Sometimes they're busy. Sometimes they have children. Adulting is hard. VL says, her silence has nothing to do with me, so I will not make it a personal. That's cool that you won't make it personal. Nora says, facts. Dating is just that. Maybe they should have discussed this on the front end if they both would be dating others or more exclusively dating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that everybody can handle that conversation. Because I feel like when people feel, no, I almost said somebody's name. Key example, I was just entertaining a gentleman, talking to you, getting to know you, and he found out that I was on a dating app, and he called me very angry. Like, I am showing you interest. You should not be talking to other men while I'm letting you know that I'm dating. I'm not interested in dating you. Now, I don't know that people can handle it in the very beginning, because I literally said, so-and-so, I'm single and I'm not in a committed relationship, so I'm going to talk to other people. So I don't know, saying that in the front end might not go so well. Jenna says 2 weeks is way too long. 2 weeks is a long time, but as somebody who sometimes just kind of like goes off on my own when I have a lot going on, I'm kind of empathetic to someone who just needs to disappear for a minute, because your girl has done it. Jenna, agreed. Available until we've said we're committed. Exactly. VL, courtesy and consideration is subjective and should go both ways. I can agree with that. Jenna says, no one is that busy. Yes, you can be. She says, no one is that busy. Even if you have some personal problems, let someone know, hey, I have something personal I need to handle. But I can see a guy or girl taking that personal. Like, not everybody's going to be as subjective as VL is. Like, when VL is like, courtesy and consideration is subjective and should go both ways. Like, not everybody's going to be like, oh, you're going through something personal, you need space. They might think you just really trying to, maybe you're getting ready to go on a trip with somebody, you just don't want me to know. Or there's so many different scenarios that can happen. So people don't understand that. I just don't know that. I guess you could say, hey, I'm going through something. Excuse me. I'm going through something. And that person might be like, oh, do you want to talk about it? And you say no or yes or no. Then you got to deal with how they feel if you said no. It's a whole thing. There are levels to this, people. Levels. I don't know. I mean, I guess I get, like Nora said, if you're trying to get to know the person, you're gonna want to know everything about them, which includes their essence. Here's Essence WizKid featuring Thames with Essence. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. Play. Okay. Tia says, I think open communication weeds out folks that aren't like-minded. At least they know what's up and they can make an informed decision and not feel like they've been misled. Very good point. Relationship needs grace. VL, relationship needs grace. It's true. It's true, y'all. We all need grace. Treat them as we want to be treated. Jenna says, well, not saying something for 2 weeks gets you replaced. Not to the left, to the left. I can see that. Jenna Morgan, facts. Y'all. So I've already heard. Okay, so y'all have already shared. Like, if you're not in a relationship, but you're just trying to get to know the person, you're only given 2 days. You're only given 2 days of silence. But like I said, I had someone tell me that if they don't hear from you like within a half day, you have like half the day every day. So if the first half of the day has gone, he's expecting to hear from you in the second half of the day. If he does not hear from you in the second half of the day, that's a problem. And he's not going. And that's whether or not you're talking or in a committed relationship. But I mean, like the gentleman said earlier that called, he's like, he don't do text message. He don't do social media. He don't even do FaceTime. He needs a regular phone call. I mean, sometimes a phone call is a lot. But then again, like Nora said, if you want somebody to talk to you, if you want me, then you're going to show me that you want me by giving me attention, right? Tia says, so if you disappear early on, who's to say you won't randomly disappear in the future for long periods of time? That could be a huge turnoff. That's what VO was saying earlier, that he's going to look and see if you do it again. And I guess he'll make an informed decision after that. Nora says, not when you like that person. But you can like them, but what if you're going through something emotional? Jenna, well, this lady could have at least sent a text update. We don't know. Like, sometimes people go through real stuff. It could be a death. It could be a law. I mean, a major, other than a major loss. We don't know. And everybody processes things differently. So, like Vio was saying, yeah, let's give some grace. Y'all like, nah, it's 2023. Call me, text me. I hear you. I hear you. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you're tuned in to Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. Hey, 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 happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Thanks for being here with me. Wouldn't want to do this without you. Couldn't do this without you. It would just not be as fun. Tracking back, that was WizKid featuring Tems with Essence. With Essence. Speaking of Essence, basically we're talking about a gentleman who he wanted to get to know this woman, get to know the essence that is she, but she went ghost for 2 weeks. And then she was upset because he was talking to somebody else. He entertained somebody else while she was gone for those 2 weeks. Before we get right into that, I'm going to let you know the CDC recommends protecting yourself and others against coronavirus by staying up to date on your COVID-19 vaccines. The new booster protects against both the original virus and the Omicron variants, BA.4 and BA.5. For eligibility and vaccination locations near you, visit vaccines.gov. So back to the situation we're talking about where a young lady went ghost for 2 weeks. Gentleman started talking, entertaining another woman. I guess he let her know. And she was upset. Thought it was in person, thought it was wrong for him to entertain somebody else while she was going through what she was going through, even though she did not relay that she was going through something. She just went ghost for 2 weeks. And so in a committed relationship, in a non-committed relationship, it sounds like the general consensus is that y'all will only give a 2-day grace period for someone to be quiet, no communication. And other than that, in a committed relationship, are we still doing 2 days? I'm trying to get a feel of what the general consensus is. Tia says, so if you disappear early on, who's to say you won't randomly disappear in the future for long periods of time? That could be a huge turnoff. I was asking earlier, like, can you not go along, a period of time and not say anything when you're going through something serious? Nora says, not when you like that person. Jenna says, well, this lady could have at least sent a text update. I mean, and it's easy to say when you're not in that situation. It's so easy to be like, hey, send me a text, send me a smoke signal, say something on Facebook, something, because you know how we do. We will be all on your social media to see if you tweeted something, said something. Jenna says, well, she took that chance and we see where it got her. Yeah, it got her with hurt feelings. But like I said, I've been there before. So I can understand where she's coming from and him as well. Tia says, if you're going through something, that's a perfect time to see if that person will weather the ups and downs of a real life situation. Can the person be supportive or not? That's a very good thought. Of course, if it's somebody new, I don't know that we would naturally look to someone new to comfort us. But I can definitely see how that will be a good way to gauge. But if I'm going through something serious and I let you know and you're a jerk, that's just going to make it worse, right? I'm just saying. Jenna says she played the game of chance and got replaced, period. Where's the grace? Where's the empathy? Jenna says, I would give you a week at best. Okay, so a week at best in a relationship or a week at best when just moving towards a relationship? What are we talking about? 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 In a committed relationship, not in a committed relationship, you're only given a week. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I got any more DMs. It does seem like Y'all are like, this is what it is. If you like me, you need to talk to me, right? Okay, no messages. If you like me, you need to talk to me. But again, if someone is going through something, everybody grieves differently. And VL said it best earlier. Oh, where was it? I cannot find where he said. VL said it best earlier, where he talked about. I can't find it. Okay, so I think it was something on the lines of it being subjective. Something like that. Jenna says, if we just talking, I will give you a week of you disappearing. Okay, well, that's nice. A week. Week 2, I'm like, oh, you gone. Oh, you gone. Cool. Okay, so when he comes back on week 2, are we open? Because I think it was VL who said that their disappearing had nothing to do with him, so he can't take it personal. But he's going to be mindful to see how often they do it, especially if they get into a committed relationship. So are we gone? Or are we open? They can send you a letter. Write me a Dear John. There's just so many things that can happen in life. But now it sounds like y'all are giving, sorry, I'm checking my message to see if anybody else messaged. So it sounds like y'all are giving a little more grace. Before it was like, okay, 2 days, I'm out of here. I'm just saying, we're trying to get to know each other and see if you want to ride with them. Do I want to ride with you? Tia says, when people go missing without explanation, you can't help but figure that the person has moved on or lost interest. How was old dude supposed to know that she was having issues? She went on sabbatical and expected him to just stay on pause. True. I see where you're going with this. VL says, when we get in a relationship, we will establish a protocol. We will establish a protocol when we get into a relationship. Y'all hear that coughing in the background? DJ Juan is in the house. Go out there and get you some water. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. DJ Juan is in the house. We do encourage you to stay tuned. Stay on WXNAFM.org and check out the International Echo with DJ Juan. Nora says, I'm not giving a week. You've got 1 or 2 days of not talking to me without explanation, and you will no longer have romantic access to me. Whoa! Well, I think that's a general consent. I get it. If you want to ride with me, you gotta talk to me. I get it. Here's Ride With Ya by Fumbi featuring Efya. You listen, Dear Jelly on the X. What's up, DJ Juan?
Oh, not much. How are you?
How's your week going?
Ooh,
like that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Well, I hope I can have a better week this week. Shake it off, friend. Shake it off. You got some love. People giving you love on the air. You see that?
Oh, thanks.
Hey, DJ Juan. DJ Juan and 1s and 2s. DJ Juan. International Echo. DJ Juan.
That's right. I think we need a new theme song.
I had a nap. We went to I'm not online now. We went to Picnic Table Pub and Grill something today.
What?
I think I just made the name up. Hold on. Jenna said Nora Harris, cold-blooded, but I feel you, girl. That's funny. We went to Picnic Tap Beer Garden and Pub.
Oh, okay. Picnic Tap.
Yeah, they have mimosa flights.
Oh, wow.
I know. It was grapefruit. I don't know. Hold on.
Great.
and he like doubled it. So I had to have a nap after work because after work, look at me. You think I'm still a little buzzed. I'm not. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay, guys. They had cranberry, grapefruit, pine, and OJ. Look how you filled those up.
Oh, snap.
It was supposed to be here, but it was like the
It was
owner,
like-
and he was really nice, and he did that.
Wow.
And look, it's in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
How cute is that?
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Which one did you go to? Because it's one of the farmers markets.
Main Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was a bit.
And you saw that you had a Sunday fun day?
I did have a. I was like, okay, I need a nap.
Oh, that's great.
I needed a
got
nap.
the nap today.
So I had a nap, but I forgot to wrap my hair up, so that's why I look like. Ooh. Y'all are cold blooded, but I appreciate you. I'm with it. In a committed relationship, I think you said one day. Juan, in a committed relationship, before you got married, how long would you have waited without hearing from your wife?
What?
No text, no phone call. How long?
I mean, I think like a day,
A day?
a couple of days.
A day or a couple of days? Which one?
I think after a couple of days, you would have been like worried. I've been like, what's going on? And
So-
then if you send something and they don't really reply back, then you're like, okay, weird. Hopefully
Wow.
they're okay.
Yeah, Nora says one day.
Yeah.
I think she says one day.
I mean, I think 1 to 2 days. I think,
She said 1 or 2 days.
depending on how far along the relationship is.
Selena said 2 days. She's giving
Yeah.
you. Jenna said she's going to give you a week.
A week sounds pretty generous.
A week sounds pretty generous.
Yeah.
It's
Especially if you're like, if it's a committed relationship. Like,
not a
well,
committed relationship. You're moving
Well, but you
towards a
said
committed
a committed
relationship.
relationship at the beginning.
So if you're in a committed relationship, you give them a week?
No. If you're in a committed relationship, you give them a day, then like 2 days.
Oh my gosh, stand by.
If you're not in a committed relationship, you can take a week. You can take a week.
Stand by. You're listening to WXNA LP Nashville 101.5 FM. And this is DJ Jelly. We're getting ready to turn the mic over to DJ Juan with the International Echo. And DJ Juan has weighed in while that song was going. Tracking back, that was Fumbi featuring Ifya with Ride With You. DJ Juan says that if you are in a committed relationship, he's only going to give you how many?
No, a day and a day and a half. A day.
A day and a half. Okay,
1 to
if
2
you
days.
are in a committed relationship, DJ Juan is giving you 1 to 2 days of silence. And
Yeah.
then after that, he is worried about you. And if he does not hear from you in 1 to 2 days, then he is done.
Whoa,
Look-
I don't know if I said done.
Luckily, he's happily married, and that's not something we're gonna have to worry about.
Yeah.
But if he said
But
when he
still.
was not in a when he was not in a committed relationship, then how long would you be cool with no communication?
A week.
A week. So if he's not in a communication with you, he would give you a week. If he's not in a committed relationship, he would have given you a week. Nora said 1 to 2 days. Jenna said she'll give you a week. And I just want to say thanks to everybody that gives a week, because I myself have done that, where
Yeah.
I don't really know you, bruh, so I might go quiet for a
Yeah.
couple of days if I'm dealing with something. But this has been eye-opening and good for me, I think, and everybody. Because, after those 2 weeks of silence, he started talking to somebody else and she was upset about it. But I will say once again, if you're not in a committed relationship, he or she is open to talk to somebody else, unless you've had that conversation that you're not going to entertain somebody else, then that's something else.
Right.
Jenna says, 1 or 2 days, definitely in a committed relationship. Okay, so Jenna's giving 1 week if it's not a committed relationship, and 1 to 2 days in a committed relationship.
Sounds right.
Y'all are hilarious. Listen, I love you. I wouldn't want to do radio without you. DJ Juan, I appreciate you chiming in. And
Always.
y'all stay tuned. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Go ahead and send me your information. TGI Jelly on Facebook, TGI Jelly on Instagram, TGI Jelly on YouTube, TGI Jelly on TikTok. Hit me up. Let me know what we can help you discuss, what we can have a conversation about. Up next is going to be none other than DJ Juan with International Echo. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much.